Hello, hello. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to a little impromptu, just a little short episode of more or less things to come. Um, I'm your host, as always, in the creepy zone, as you see in the background here. Um, if you've all been following the posts I've been putting out there on social media, you guys have noticed that there's been a slightly more spooky theme to pretty much most things that we've been doing lately on the channel. Whether it be Dead by Daylight, some of the content that I put up there, some of the things I've even shared talking about different new horror movies that are coming out and such. Um, we're gonna get to all that, but first, um, I want to thank everybody on Twitch. We finally reached 10 followers on Twitch, which is super super awesome. And we are at, I believe, 37 subscribers on YouTube. So you know what? Awesome numbers all around, and we're growing by the day, by the month, by the year. We'll get there. I appreciate every single one of you guys. We appreciate everything you guys are doing with us and for us. Um, so as always, we look forward to seeing you guys in future videos. Let us know that you guys are out there. Let us know on social media that you guys are watching. Share us out if you guys really like what we do. It's the best way to get everybody kind of out there, whether it be Turnbuckle or if you like one of us individually. Up to you. You can send anything out there. We've got all kinds of stuff going on, especially at turnbucklestudios.org. All of our host links are there. Every single one of us, from Monday to Friday to Thursday to Tuesday, every single show that we have on the lineup, as you've seen in all of our commercials, happens on those regularly scheduled times. But we have things that are going to be added to that. But everything can be found at turnbucklestudios.org. With that being said, I think we can finally get into everything. So again, thank you everybody for all the support on YouTube. And hey, Parrish, what's going on? Thanks for stopping in.
Hi, Parrish.
But yeah, thank you guys for all the support on all the platforms and everything else. Much love. Um, next kind of agenda piece. So as we all kind of start to wind down from the summer, we all know that many of us going back to school, myself included. I'm going back to school after finishing up summer school this year. Um, Finally getting my diploma, and then we're starting another one in September. So lots of new things we'll get to talk about in terms of mental health based on things that I'll learn from my program as well, which is kind of cool. Um, but that gives me also more of a consistent schedule to kind of make more shows, do more things here and there depending on course loads and stuff like that. So I'm able to actually um, use uh, use all of my time effectively. So now we're going to be able to do um, more consistent raw patrols, SmackDown details. Um, Probably going to be tuning into some of the showcases and probably some of the Saturday, maybe a little bit of Saturday night gaming as well, because we are going to be introducing our own things into that lineup as well tonight. Um, and we're going to be doing other videos directly on Headspace and Headlocks rather than in conjunction with. Because I got to still post some other videos on there as well, because I have videos that have been lined up and things that have been done for them, just kind of to put everything together. Um, Things like I'm talking about dream matches, things we never got to see. Unfortunately, we'll never get to see. We talk about, you guys have heard them before, but I wonder if I can spark a little conversation with some of mine. And then as well, some of those Sporkle quiz videos that I've seen a lot of people really, really like and really enjoy. And then I think there's the other ones that are from Wrestle Play or something like that as well that have some kind of flavor to it. But I think you can only play one of them a day. That's the only difference.
That's restricted.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, like I think there's like 7 or 8 different types of games. It's the one that you and I were watching the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you only play certain types, one per day. Um, but yeah, we got all kinds of stuff with that as well. Um, with that kind of content that's there, also there'll be on my part anyway fitness content. As many of you guys have also followed from other parts of my channel, there is times where I go on, live stream and I'll be walking. I'll go 10, 15 kilometers depending on how I feel that day.
A total of 2 hours, maybe.
Yeah, ish.
Maybe more.
And what we'll do is that just kind of see who's out there, who wants to chat and everything else. Some of the times I think I'll be kind of trying to see if anyone actually wants to join me, depending on where they are locally, because I get some people locally and get some people not locally. But even then, you can follow along. Same platforms, Twitch, YouTube. I think I did the last one to Facebook just because of the fact it was a little bit easier there. Definitely chewed through my phone battery like crazy because I barely made it. Next time, definitely have a battery pack because that would be the call. But yeah, so we'll have walks, gym content, exercises, stretch, and I think we're really going to focus on yoga, meditation, things like that within the fitness realm as well, because I've noticed myself become a lot more stiff and not being able to move and flex around as much. So things like that are probably going to help me, as they may help you or anybody else who's doing them along or doing it on their own time, because I'll post all the links to the videos and meditations that I use. Like I have one on my phone that is from like the Apple Plus Fitness app, the one that I was doing while we were on vacation.
Yeah.
And it was fantastic. It's easy to use, user friendly, all that kind of stuff. This is not an ad, by the way. Trust me. If it was, that would be wild. Apple, let me know. You gotta get it out there. You never know. Gotta get out there. But yeah, we're gonna get into a lot of different stuff like that. Since we are going back to school, I'll be able to do some gym stuff. I'm not going to push the envelope too far in terms of what you can and cannot film in the gym. Obviously, you don't film in the locker room, not just a given anywhere. Shouldn't be doing that. But in the sense of some people just aren't that comfortable with someone with a camera in the gym, and I'm not going to make somebody uncomfortable just because I want to put content out there. So I'll get the content that I can. So it might be sparse for the first little while until I get comfortable with people and people get comfortable with me, especially when you become a regular at a gym. That will eventually happen. And we'll go from there. On to the next one. This one I feel like you're going to have a little bit more investment in.
Hey.
We got tons of games. This is the time of year where we start to see games come out that may or may not entice you. I mean, we've been waiting for one that's on my list that I'm buying and pre-ordering shortly for the better part of a decade, at least, since we played the 5th one. Now we want the 6th one. So yeah, I think in about 3 or 4 weeks, I'll be pre-ordering GTA 6. But I think I'm going to be pre-ordering it on PC. I'm not going to do it on PlayStation. As much as I would still like a physical copy of games, I like the ability that when GTA 6 eventually gets so big, I can do modded stuff and have fun with it and go in like private sessions and have fun when it's not that serious anymore. One game that's more my kind of choice on this list is a game called Stage Tour. For some of you guys who may not know what that is, Stage Tour is the answer to your musical wants in a game, I guess. Again, many people are actually using this as, let me see if I can find some good stuff for you. It's Guitar Hero, it's Rock Band. At the moment, they only seem to be having the ability to put on, let's put some of that in there. Yeah. So now this will be the replacement to Guitar Hero, Rock Band, stuff like that.
Lived off this.
Yeah. I mean, like, I had it for the Wii. I mean, my friends and I played it. I'm trying to get a friend of mine to actually let me take her Wii and get her Rock Band stuff so I can play this game again because I thought it was so much fun. So far, they've released a couple of the songs. Where is the set list? So here is the current songs that are on the docket for this game. One of the new ones that I seem to have found rather enjoyable, Rat-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta, from Baby Metal and Electric Callboy. Get the Funk Out from Extreme. Square Hammer by Ghost. Love that song. Super good song. He's Delivery Service by Good Kid, Danny California, Red Hot Chili Peppers. Never a big Peppers guy, but understand that there are a lot of games because they're popular. Terminator Oscillator Static X. Don't think I know that one, but sounds interesting. Island in the Sun, Weezer, Bite Me, Avril Lavigne, Airhead, all that. You see it all the way down here. Psychosocial, Slipknot, if you like that kind of thing. All Star, Smash Mouth. There you go.
Didn't see that coming.
Right. In the Stars, Rolling Stones, and Starlight Muse. These are the ones that they just recently announced. So that's going to be fun when it comes out. Because you know what? I can only get to about hard on half of the songs because they got more difficult as you went higher. But we'll try harder. See if we can do something better. Back then as a kid, you're not as coordinated. Maybe now, maybe we do something a little different. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I don't see it.
We'll see what happens.
I don't see it working for my fingers.
Next, we are going to be talking about the next game that we want to get, which I will be pre-ordering the physical copy of, or just going to get it, is this gentleman over here. While I change this out. Yeah. Obviously, the name in the bar just kind of makes sense. I'm going to play the game as myself. More as myself than many of you will understand until I get to that point. Here's the thing. Shave the sides. May or may not try to do the mutton chops while I'm trying to do this game, just for fun.
Just saying, you don't wear your mask, I'm going to be very disappointed with you.
I don't know what you're talking about. Shh. They heard nothing. You guys heard nothing. You didn't hear anything on that. I'm not talking about nothing.
Spoilers.
Spoiler alert. Snape kills Dumbledore. Oh.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Oh, no. 16 years. Oh, no. But yeah, we're going to go get this pre-ordered because I want whatever. There's supposed to be some actual physical stuff, if I'm not mistaken. I've seen. I don't know. What is this? Digital upgrades? So, oh, yeah. If you go here, I think there's something physical that you get if you pre-order it physically, but it comes out. When's the actual date again? September 24th or something like that?
No. I just looked it up yesterday.
I can't remember exactly where it is.
It's going to be on Google.
Yeah, we'll figure that out because I'm pretty sure I still have time to pre-order it. It's fine. But if you pre-order, obviously, you might be able to get it a couple days early anyway. So, when is it released? I guess I could figure that out. September 15th. So only in a couple weeks. So we're gonna have a lot of things on the docket.
Down.
Yeah. What?
What?
You say down?
I'm down.
Oh yeah. All the Madripoor stuff. The fact that there's some of it where I think he has like the bone claws before he gets the metal ones.
Oh god.
So clean, so good, so elegant, so Logan, so me. So there's gonna be that, and then there is going to be. I think this is the one that you are the most excited for.
I would think that most people would be excited for GTA more than this, but
well, no, you.
Me personally, yes. Michael Myers.
Well,
like,
you're gonna hit the spoiler just a little bit, my guy. Let me start our screen first.
To be fair,
this guy's brutal. Been on stream 5 times. Settle down.
To be fair, you were slow.
Yeah, we're working at it.
The screen.
we're working at it here.
You had it up.
Yeah. So we're going to get this. Look, Michael's looking at me. There's nothing behind his eyes.
You don't want him to follow you.
Look, he's following the mouse. He wants the mouse. Get the mouse. Yeah. Essentially, I was told that there's a way to pre-order stuff and it comes with physical, like the physical copy comes with
Wait.
physical stuff, like a little statue and stuff. I kind of want to do that. So if I can pre-order it, I think that's what I'll do tomorrow. Is I'll call around and see if I can still pre-order it that way because it comes out September 8th, and I think I'll get it just before then. So I wonder if I'm allowed to pre-order one of the deluxe ones because I want the statue that comes with it because that's going right here on the desk, 100%.
I just want the game.
Yeah, so we're gonna have all kinds of fun with this game. Story mode.
That
Okay,
should
yeah.
be interesting.
Wait, so hold on. Physical editions. Hold on. Is this? Yeah, this. Yeah. How do I get this? I want this. Posters. Like, yes, absolutely 100% yes. Get the poster framed, make it look nice, make it look elegant. We're gonna make it look good.
Very nice.
Get the physical copy. So you know, what? Yeah, I'll call around. We'll get that done. That's not a problem. Yeah, it's gonna be a good time, and like especially the fact that there's a whole story mode. Like you can play as Michael in the story mode, or you can play as the survivors in the story mode. So you have tons of options, which is super awesome. Um, the fact that you're able to kind of, have all these different like abilities, and I understand it's very much like the Friday the 13th game where Jason was able to like kind of run around the map and teleport and all that other stuff. But like Michael, it makes perfect sense in my opinion because his whole persona was the shape. No, like he's not. No one sees him move until it's too late and he's already right in front of you. Jason, you see move a lot more in the original series, in my opinion, than Michael.
Yeah, see, I'm just hoping with this game in particular that it is successful because when they came out with the Friday the 13th game, we did try it. Wasn't great.
Yeah, that's all right.
It
was very much okay.
I just don't like because Michael Myers is my number one horror movie.
Yeah.
My number one Halloween tradition every year. We'll never break that tradition. I don't want this one to be garbage.
No. And the thing is, it seems that they've really kind of taken the care, and a lot of the people in the community have seemed to kind of believe the same opinion. Yeah, limited edition collector's box.
Ugh.
More surprises. Ooh. This is the physical collector's edition, so this will be October 6th. So yeah, we're definitely gonna get that one. Now that just means that I don't think we'll get the actual game until we get that.
I have no idea that
the game comes out. Physical standard comes out October. You know what I mean?
Well, we'll find out.
Yeah. So
we'll find out after these messages.
We'll be right back. Yeah. So I mean, we got a couple other games. One of them being called because I love, and this is coming out soon. I think it's end of September. I believe this is, end of September. This comes out. Cozy Game Restoration. It's a little different, but
what?
You take like vintage, like old Super Nintendos, and like it's obviously not going to be like copyrighted, but that's like a Sega cartridge or something like that, like classic stuff. Like you get to restore all these like cool pieces and whatnot. And it's like it's a very like chill vibe game, and I feel like that could really go nicely with some of the mental health conversations we're gonna have. Just how to restore, how to fix, how to repair. You know what I mean? Things like that. So I think that's a nice kind of comparison and thing that kind of meshes nicely.
Why do I feel like you're just trying to hit that little bit of nostalgia?
That too, 100%. Because nostalgia also is very, very nice. I mean, who doesn't love nostalgia?
Oh my lord!
Do you know how many times you guys
right now?
Like, I don't know about you guys. If your feed's not just absolutely flooded with those, like, "Where's your head at?" that whole song, and like with all like the 2000 stuff, where it like takes you through like skateboarding, like the X Games, old mid 2000s wrestling, Avril Lavigne, like punk rock stuff, like mid 2000s emo, Simple Plan, all those kinds of guys. Like I'm just listing off random stuff within that same kind of realm, but like all those kinds of videos are like, yeah, man, it was good. It was a good time. Loved it. I got to go back if we could.
We're just getting old. We're just gonna have to accept it at some point. Relive what little we have left.
I mean, it's fine. We good
for now.
We're okay. We're not hurting that hard here, yeah. The next game, I've seen this one a little bit, and it looks like an absolute good time. It is called Funnel Runners. So you and essentially all your friends, are trying to repair your storm chasing van during a massive storm surge, and you're right in the middle of it. And yeah, there's a big one. Yeah, look at him just looking right at you.
Yeah, no thanks.
You get like lit up by lightning.
Yeah, no thanks.
Things go on fire. You gotta revive your friends and stuff. Hide in houses, hide in basements, rescue survivors. It looks like a lot of fun.
To get
Like look at that
by natural disasters.
You know what? You know what's no, but you know what though? It's not as bad as being the what do you call it? The oh, I'm gonna find it now. It's not even on. I wasn't gonna talk about it, but you know, I'm gonna talk about it now. Now you had me started.
Sir, don't be blaming me. How dare you?
This one was just very strange. Like we're talking about natural disasters, right? You don't want to talk about one of the most famous natural disasters, technically in history, when you want to think about it that way. This Titanic. Okay. Titanic simulator. So you get to go on the boat, jaunty, just have a good time, just good old 1910s time, you know, just pre World War II, World War II, wow, World War One, just da da da, scooping along. All of a sudden, enjoy that water, enjoy that drink. Like, what are we doing? This was real. This is crazy. I thought that was strange when I saw this like as an actual trailer. I was like, how is this possible?
I don't think I would want to be in a simulator where a bunch of people just.
You know what I mean? Like, and
bye.
Yeah, you know, like, and they actually went like, yeah, see ya. Like that's
try to survive the Titanic.
Yeah, like where's the
not a lot of people survive that.
Okay, so I wonder, is there a there isn't the one photo. Someone had a photo shared. And like you're in the water. Boat is sinking, you're in the water. It's the infamous shot of the boat halfway in the water, halfway out of the water kind of thing. And I'm sitting there going, that's terrifying. Because now you are that guy. Because now you, sir, are that guy. Well, yeah, it is definitely pre-World War II. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Like, I think this one's a little crazy. I don't get me wrong. I understand where it comes from. Like, could you survive? It's like, yeah, but like that's a little, you know, hindsight 2020 kind of thing. Like, just a little strange. It's like kind of walking walking with the ghosts of other people. Like if you're playing like I don't know, like I don't know, GTA San Andreas or something like that, some game that has the Twin Towers in it, and you know do the thing, like yikes. But I mean, people do it in GTA 5 still. But yeah, like this one, oh, it comes out in like not even a week.
Nice.
Yeah, so there's that. So yeah, we got a lot of cool games kind of on the docket. things that we're going to want to be able to kind of check out, things we're going to want to sink our teeth a little more into. Um, we're going to continue City Skylines as a series, and expand the city more and more. I know best yesterday we were kind of chatting about it in chat and after chat. Um, like that, yeah, that game is very intuitive, it's very expansive. Like there's a lot going on in that game, so like there's a lot to pay attention to. Um, but yeah, that'll be the first series for now. There is another game that I did not put on this list for now because I'm trying to see when it's going to come on sale because I'm probably going to buy when it does, and that's House Flipper 2. Because like to me, I loved House Flipper 1. The only thing I really wished I could have done was actually have a little bit more customization options, and I think they kind of nailed that in the second one. So I'm going to play
You
that one.
played that game a lot.
Oh yeah, yeah, I got lots of hours. Like I have it for the PlayStation, but I want to get the PC version so I can get like the better cleaning mods and stuff like that. Because there was like a couple times playing on PlayStation as well where like you clean something, but then like you still see like the dirt marks and it like glitches out. There's like little bug fixes and stuff like that that you can do on PC.
Love that for you.
Yeah, so there's a lot of games. We have a lot of games to play this fall and winter for your entertainment. All kinds of cool stuff. Um, if I were to somehow get a lot of feedback on this one, and someone were to be like, "Hey, cool, like I wanna see you play this one," we'll see, because I'm not sure how I feel about that water. You know what I mean? I'm a big believer in let's stay on land because land is where no water can be that deep, and you can't know what's not underneath you because you're just standing on land. You're good.
I've already been swimming in the ocean.
Yeah, but you're not going out to like the depth of where the Titanic sank and just going,
No.
let me just
Close
hang
enough
out.
to sharks though.
Let me just go hang out over here real quick. No, I'm good. I'm good. You enjoy your water. I'm good.
You would not enjoy going to Florida then.
No, no, I would not.
Loved it.
So, ladies and gentlemen, it is finally time for the main event of the evening. We're going to talk about the two shows we are going to introduce this fall. The first one being a little more on that mental health note. As we kind of go through the first semester, we're going to kind of learn different theories and different ways to kind of help out if possible. So hopefully I can kind of convey that back in some way and we can discuss things and we can actually have healthy debates and conversations and learn from it. So I'm hoping there's a lot of that as well. But this right here, ladies and gentlemen, is the new show on, where did it go? Bang. Open mat sessions. It's gonna be simple, late night conversations where we just talk everything. Obviously, we are not going to talk religion and politics. It's just gonna keep it out of there, just to keep everybody on the same level, that it doesn't become an issue for anyone, because this is for everybody, regardless of what you believe in, who you vote for, it doesn't matter. This has nothing to do with that. This has everything to do with the fact that you guys can come in here, ask questions, learn, hear stories, share yours if you want to, and we can kind of grow, learn, and build, right? Because that's kind of the whole point of a lot of this stuff to begin with, is that if we are not going to grow and learn, then we're not really doing what we're supposed to at this point, in my opinion. The first 30 minutes or so, I think it's gonna be about an hour shows. Um, Obviously a lot of mental health talks, but the idea of it being open mat is that we can talk about anything. So if you want to talk a little bit of wrestling, absolutely. If we're in the middle of something, that's why I want to give the first 30 minutes just purely mental health related stuff to let people have questions, want to know more about this, want to talk to somebody just to have their voices heard. Because again, we're not professionals. Like I'm going to clarify that right now. Not professionals. We're just here talking with people on the internet. That's all we're here to do. That's all I can do.
No diagnosis, no
Mm-mm. No.
notes.
No.
Just talking.
Sounding board is where it kind of ends because the fact that one, no, not a professional. If and when that's the avenue that we go down, maybe. But until then, we're gonna keep it on that kind of level just to make sure that everybody's on that same page. Um, so that it's a little bit easier so that you guys can kind of chime in and it's not a lot of pressure. Um, Now the only thing I can kind of say is I know you would kind of have to say the same thing. The only thing that we have to take into account with a lot of this is that if your stories do involve anything to do with hurting yourself, hurting others, danger to yourself, or danger to others as well, we both have the duty to report that to some kind of authority wherever you are. And no, it's not to make things harder for you, it's to get you the help that you need so that you can thrive and grow as a person. It's not to do anything else other than that. But that's kind of the job that we already both have. So that's where we have to kind of draw the line. So if there is something you want to say privately, you know where my socials are. I would much rather you do it privately and we can have a conversation and we can get you the best help hopefully possible. Just having that conversation to start and finding where to send the information off to. We can go from there. So, um, yeah, like I was saying, the first 30 minutes will be mostly the group itself kind of chatting amongst ourselves, trying to figure out, what went well for us this week, any struggles that we had, anything that we want to share about our week that was tough. But you know what? Opening up about it is not going to be the worst thing on the planet. Never usually is. Um, yeah, neither can I. Especially the second one. We got a little bit more to talk about on this one. Then we got one more thing on this episode. Um, but yeah, it's kind of just about building a community of people that can kind of come together and have a conversation. And again, if your comment is helpful and insightful, yeah, we'll put it up on screen. It'll pop up as like a little banner here somewhere and you'll see it. If it's one of those things where it can help somebody else, then we're not going to deny somebody else that opportunity to take a second and read that sentence that extra second longer rather than getting lost in chat or getting pushed out of the way or them not seeing it because they were looking elsewhere. Um, but the one thing that we really, really are looking forward to is this gentleman right here. We're going to get the last one. This one has been a passion project of mine. One of the other big reasons why I started a channel in the first place. Um, if you love horror movies, you love horror content, we're about to get a big dose of that. We're in October, as many of us know. Um, Around us is going to change a little bit. There's gonna be a lot of spooky stuff in the background. You'll see pumpkins and stuff kind of pop up out of nowhere.
Lots of pumpkins.
Yeah. And we're gonna start doing horror movie reviews in the form of a show that I have labeled as da, 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 the Fear Real. Big spooky scary. Um well, that was perfect. Um Essentially this show is going to be either myself or Bubba, as you've seen him on the channel. You may see a combination of us and him, and his wife as well. I will allow him to make that introduction when him and her are absolutely at the right time. Um, but it's going to be us watching the movie with you guys. We're going to talk about where to find the movie, what streaming service. We're not using all your standard ones as well. We're finding ones that also may be easier for you to use if you maybe don't have a paid subscription for, if that makes any sense. Um we're going to try to find ways to um allow for you guys to watch at the same time as us, because we're not going to be pausing. There's be no pauses if we're talking while the movie's going. Because a lot of these ones we've either seen
A lot
or
of them.
yeah, but we're just reviewing them with people who may not have seen them. And I've been told for some people that cannot exactly handle a horror movie alone and aren't able to ask anyone to sit with them and watch one, something like this, where you can sit with some people that are watching the same movie as you at the same time and you react with them, makes you feel a little bit better about it. That hey, that's what this is here for. That's one of my ideas behind it, is that it makes good sense to me that you're able to do this and enjoy a horror movie with some people rather than feeling that alone about it. And it makes you a little less nervous if you're not super big into horror movies to begin with, and it helps the transition process a little bit easier eventually if you like them. It helps out. Um, so it'll be myself. In that kind of way, we'll have like two screen. Obviously, not going to be showing them because can't do that.
Nope.
But
Copyright.
we will have a ticker down at the bottom. What movie, what year, where to find it online, or if you have a physical copy, you know. For the actual episodes themselves, they're going to be, I believe I have them labeled in temporarily to see how they start. Sorry. Let me fix that. They are going to be on Wednesday nights at 9:30, around that time. Um, some of these things are subject to change in terms of timing at this moment, because the fact that we are working out how to fit this content in with everybody else's content that already exists on the Turnbuckle Studios channels. So I don't want to overload everybody with stuff around the same time as everybody else. Um, yeah, Bubba even says that he's one of those people that cannot do it alone.
That's okay.
So that's
no
what we're here.
shame.
That's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. Like, my first horror movie that messed with me would have been Paranormal Activity, and the only reason why is because that it was that last scene in the first one where she throws him at the camera.
No
And
spoilers for those that haven't seen
there's
it.
alternate endings. And that, and
So-
also we're talking like 10 years ago, or not 10 years ago. What am I saying? 10 years, like 17 years ago. So I think if you haven't seen it by now, that's on you. If that movie can legally drink or vote, then that's on you for not seeing it at this point. But in the same fashion, now you can see it with us over on the Fear Reel. And again, day and time pending. I'm hoping to maybe do one once in a while on the weekends, because the weekends are kind of that better spooky vibe as we get to that season. And we go and get cozy. You're not going to see us just kind of sitting here like this. We're going to find ways to make things a little bit different, so that it's not just the same old, same old. Yeah, Cujo messed with a lot of people. Cujo messed with a ton of people.
Come to think of it, I don't think there was a single movie that has messed with me that much.
See, I wouldn't even say the word like messed with me, like as in like, oh my god, like I needed to watch an episode of Friends at the end of the night and fell asleep within 20 minutes, and that was it.
Nope. I never had that problem.
Um,
Am I a psycho?
Not a doctor. Spider movie messed me up, or like Eight-Legged Freaks or something like that, or are we talking something else? There's a new Spider one that is coming out that looks absolutely no, thank you, sir.
Yeah, poor Bubba. Don't watch that one.
No. Again, spiders, not it. Ocean, also not it. Everyone is so excited to go to space, but we've only explored 5% of the ocean. No thank you.com. Simple as that. Go into the woods when you know that there's supposed to be a spooky witch demon in there. Don't do it. Silly. Arachnophobia. Yeah, it could be that one he's talking about. Yeah. And the cool thing is that For example, on that note of names of movies, every week there's going to be a wheel that's going to have numbers on it. And you guys will get to vote on the movies you want to see, but we're going to add a little bit of a twist where essentially I'm going to give you every week the opportunity to put in your thoughts, what you guys want to see, what you guys want to hear about. The opening scene showed on the corner when all the kids kill. Yeah, yeah, that was pretty tough, especially when that came out. It's
Mhm.
kind of like The Exorcist, right? It's like that pure initial shock value. Um, but where was I with that? The horror wheel, more or less, is what I'm gonna call it. The wheel of horrors, if you will. That'll have the numbers that correspond to movies on a list that I have curated already of horror movies that we are going to watch on this channel. I'm not gonna lie to you, the list will ever expand. At this time, there's probably about over 145 different movies on this list. 145. The Scream wheel, that also works, yeah.
Rename.
And essentially, this is going to be what I would call the what movie am I banner. So I'm gonna show you the very first title of the episode for the fear reel. And you guys will have time to figure out what it is before it debuts on September 1st, I believe at 9:30, depending on what day. I can't remember what day September 1st is. I'll be 9:30 or 10 o'clock, one of the two. Um, but here's the title. Let's see if you know it. This is gonna be up for a while because this is gonna get reposted to YouTube and things like that. Yeah, and it's not just horror movies. We're gonna do monster movies. We're gonna do the Godzilla movies, all the old ones. If I can get some of the black and white old ones, the new ones, Kong. I personally like them. I'm gonna do them because I enjoyed them. Pacific Rim. I enjoyed both those movies. I really didn't hate them as much as some people did. Um, but yeah, this is our first title. Every 23 years for 23 days. That line itself is in the movie and directly correlates to the movie itself. So if you know what it is, um, let us know. We'll let you know if you're right. Maybe we won't. Maybe I'll have to find out on September 1st when we go live and you see the ticker scrolling across the screen telling you which movie we're watching, where to find it. Obviously, for both of these shows, it is 18 plus. I can't stress that enough. We talk heavy in the open mat sessions. We talk real. We talk sometimes dark. And that's not a place for anybody who's not over the age of 18. Not to say that the people, dang, Boa, dang.
He's a child at heart.
Yeah. Not to say that people that are not over the age of 18 don't deserve the same help. It's because of the fact that I don't want to be influencing somebody who is not legally allowed to make their own decisions. And some of the things that we'll make decisions on or we'll say when we're talking to ourselves or amongst ourselves. Um, and that's only just to again promote the idea that we're not professionals. There's going to be cussing because when you get heightened, you get emotional sometimes and the words slip. The same stuff obviously won't be tolerated in the other fashions, farther than swear words. But in the same breath, it's good to kind of know that you're able to kind of speak a little bit more freely in that same sentence without having to worry. And for those who need that help, by all means, please go seek it. Wherever you are, whether that be, here in Ontario, across the country, internationally. They're probably, if I'm not mistaken, there has to be in most modern countries nowadays, there has to be some kind of suicide crisis helpline. For us here, that I believe is 988. I believe it's text or call. So whatever you're comfortable doing. So again, that's why a lot of these streams are going to be doing are 18 plus, especially over on open mat sessions. The fear reel as well will be exactly that. It's going to be we're watching a horror movie that's already 18 plus, R rated anyway. So if you're not those things, I don't want to promote watch them before that. Obviously, we watched horror movies long before we were 18 years old. So again, people
Guilty.
just do it. It is what it is. Yeah, it's 988. But yeah, like we've been watching this stuff for a long time. So there's not many things that shock us in terms of horror movies anymore. So yeah, there's gonna be a lot of different movies that we're gonna watch. When I go through certain movies, I'm going to preface some of them with intense gore value. Depending on the number where it lands, there are movies that are very artful, as we would call them. Not gonna give it away, but everybody knows when I say that word. Everyone knows where I'm going. But that was good. That was good. That was clean.
Tisk.
But there's a lot of movies that are like that are on this list. So if you're not good with certain amounts of it, then I'll tell you which ones have extreme amounts and which ones don't. Because like again, if you've watched the original, let's say the original Halloween, there's not much actual gore, blood, guts, things like that on screen. The Rob Zombie one, okay, yeah, sure, yeah, that's got a lot. Yeah, House of a Thousand Corpses, things like that. Those kinds of movies, yeah, it's a lot of red stuff on the floor. Yeah, some people can't handle it, and that's completely fine. So that's what we're gonna have different options for people to do. They can either just let us watch it, and they can let us talk about it with them rather than watch it themselves. And if they can kind of get a good sense of what the movie's about from us, then great. I've done my job. I'm not gonna commentate the movie like a color commentator on SmackDown, but we'll do some things and we'll get a lot of that information out there so you guys kind of know what to expect from these movies if you haven't seen them yet. So you're not going in there with completely blinded, because we know of some friends of ours and people that we've known online that have been tricked by friends to watch movies and, oh, this movie's, I've only seen this about, it should be good. And then nope, it's not exactly what that was at all. But the last part to this whole thing as well is that up shortly, I'm going to be linking my Letterboxd account to these videos for the Fear Reel, so that after we're done, you're going to see my review, and I'll even link the YouTube video with it so that you guys can even find us there. But it's the last thing we're going to talk about tonight, guys. That's it. First episode. Made it through some news, made it through all the good stuff. With that being said, thank you guys for all tuning in tonight. Like, subscribe, follow for all the good content that we've got on the way. Again, plans can change, things can accelerate. These are all things that are guaranteed happening now. There are other things that are going to be happening down the line that are going to get added to the docket, but these are the things that are happening in the near to immediate future. Whether it be gaming, mental health, horror, or otherwise. It's here. It's here at Headspace and Headlocks. It's here at turnbucklestudios.org, where you can find all of us. We're here Mondays. We're here every day. There's a video happening every day from all of us. There's multiple videos happening once these videos go up. So the sooner the better, of course. But with that being said, everybody, enjoy the rest of your night. We'll see you guys in the next stream.
Thanks for watching. Please consider liking and subscribing. There's always more to see. Gaming, wrestling, spooky content and mental health talks. All of it, for you at Headspace and Headlocks on YouTube and Twitch. As well as trendbucklestudio.org for all of our group content. Every like, follow and subscriber matters. Thanks for helping to grow our community. Thanks for stopping by the stream. We will see you in the next one.